welcome back, people, to the Book of Unwritten Tales. So far, the elf lady has been shot by magic in the sunken temple. The little he's not a dwarf, he's like he's not an elf either, he's like, I don't know, he's a wee thing anyway, he's a wee beastie. He's been captured by orcs, and this guy, the captain guy, he's the only one that's escaped. That was his job anyway, to save his skin. But now he's going to have to do something to save this guy.
A few dust-covered urns, most of them decorated with coats of arms. A double-headed eagle, a badger eating a snake. There's a king's head in orange and blue. And here, a green W in a lozenge. None of which means a thing to me.
Not me.
They mean nothing to me. I guess they must be the family crests of the dead. A few dust-covered urns, a double-headed eagle. They mean nothing to me. I guess they must be the family... A stone sarcophagus with a carved knight on it. Maybe it's the ex-lover of the howling ex-living woman.
Let's see what there is to look at. Okay, so...
A stone sarcophagus.
Right.
There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. There's a piece of clothing hanging out of the sarcophagus. Looks like leather. I hope there's no one hanging on to it.
Okay, so that's that. Right.
Isn't it a lovely day today? My finely tuned intuition is telling me you might have some troubles.
Oh, the trauma! The pain!
Oh, woman stuff? Or proper pain, like physical?
No! 1,000 times worse than that!
Looks like she shouldn't have gone into that deep water without her water wings.
It wasn't an accident. I wanted to kill myself.
It almost worked. Oh, well, sweetheart, it's not all bad. Tell your Uncle Nate what's wrong.
Don't make fun of me!
Would I?
You men are so insensitive. Only he wasn't. He understood me.
Who is he?
Maximilian. My Maximilian. Oh, the most beautiful man who ever walked under the stars.
Yes, and then?
Ah, gone. He is gone.
And that's why you wanted to kill yourself?
We were engaged. Maximilian and I were to be married. It was heavenly. I, the rich daughter of a mithril merchant, and he...
Get to the tragic bit, please.
I gave him chestfuls of gold and all my jewelry as a token of my love. He was going to use it to arrange the most beautiful wedding ever.
Ah, the con man hoofed it.
He did not hoof it! Something must have happened to him. He must have been held. Perhaps someone kidnapped him. And now he is languishing away in some tower and...
He hoofed it.
He will come back! And we will be reunited like two lovers on...
And why have you chosen to ruin the atmosphere in this particular crypt?
This is the resting place of his forebears. I will wait with his ancestors until I receive news from him.
Sounds logical. Well, it can't last that much longer.
I know.
As much as I'd love to spend more time with you, I have to get going.
Ah!
In there lies one of the ancestors of our watery corpse's fiancé. A tomb like that would have cost a fortune. The dead guy's family must have been loaded. Perhaps that's why she cries so much. There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, masterful. You can see every detail, from the black head on his nose to the seal on his ring. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, The stone carving of the knight is very detailed.
Told you I could get that thing. Go on,
The
get
family
that
seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold. How subtle. The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold. How subtle. The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold.
That earlier then. See that?
A few dust-covered urns. Most of a double-headed eagle, a badger eating a snake. There's a king's head in orange and blue. And here, a green W in a lozenge. None of which means a thing to me. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, masterful. You can see it. The family seal.
So I can't get the door. Door, go on. I'm not walking about round here all day. Hey.
A grave. There are a lot of them here. I don't know what's supposed to be so special about this one, though. From the outside, there's nothing interesting to see, and I'm not going to open just any old grave on suspicion. A grave. There are a lot of them here. The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a hint of homeliness. But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax like that. The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a hint of homeliness. But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax like that. Obviously, the skull-headed zombie was reckoning there still weren't enough horror characters here already. Obviously, the skull-headed zombie... A pot containing some gloopy glue. There's a small stick in it. I think it's that unbreakable thread that you hold roast meat together with. There must be a good 10 meters of it on the roll. A flattened tube of yellow paint. I don't think there can be much left in it. Aha! There was still a bit in it. I don't need the tube anymore. Obviously, the skull-headed zombie was reckoning... From the outside, there's nothing interesting to see. And I'm... Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
And how many of you are there? In the committee, I mean?
The group is still in its early stages. We only have 3 members so far. But the Spirit Union is associated to us, and the Federation of Programmers is thinking about finally going public with their undead status. Unfortunately, you can't become a member. You're too alive.
Thanks a lot. What are you doing in that thing? And don't tell me it's a fashion statement. I've seen a lot of stuff, but that...
No, nothing like that. A paladin put this thing on me.
What did you do, insult his sister?
Well, you could put it like that. He put me in the pillory for it, but even then I couldn't keep my mouth shut. That's why the fair lady stabbed me. So I came back as a ghost and kept her awake at night. They sent a ghostbuster after me, and he actually caught me and killed me.
He killed a ghost? Cool guy.
I then came back as the first undead ghost in history and messed up the fair lady's wedding. As a result, the paladin conjured this magical penitence pillory around my neck. Now he's lurking around outside the crypt. I think he'd like to cut me up into little pieces and throw me into the sea.
Pretty nasty. You've hardly done anything to deserve that.
Oh, I don't know. I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I'd like to end this feud. It only causes unhappiness.
Why don't you apologize?
I've tried, but the paladin only wants revenge. He hurled his hammer at me last time.
That thing looks pretty uncomfortable. Can't you get the pillory off somehow?
Would I still be wearing it if I could? You've got no idea how impractical this thing is. Try scratching your nose with it on.
Or go to the bathroom.
Oh, don't remind me. This is a magical pillory. You can't just break it open. It's sealed for eternity. It'll only open when the paladin forgives me.
So, never then.
Oh, it would seem that way.
I better get going. See ya.
Take care, and remember, we, the undead, are your friends. Rancid-smelling, dead friends.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
Does your body maybe act a little kooky?
No, it doesn't. My body isn't finished yet. Or do you mean the old one? The rotten one in the ground?
I, meant that one there.
Oh, this one. Oh, it's not mine, just borrowed.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Whose body is that, then?
Esther's.
And who is Esther?
No idea. Don't know her. But this is her body. She's helping me until I got mine back. Then we're both going to look for her head.
Esther.
Exactly.
How did you get to know each other, you and Esther's body?
For many years, I was in a grave out there. I chewed my way out of the coffin after my old body gave up the ghost. Then I saw this body outside, stumbling about, headless, knocking over gravestones, running into walls. I thought to myself, this is a sign.
And what you're making there, that's supposed to become your new body?
Exactly. Isn't it excellent?
Yes. Yes, it's, X something.
Unfortunately, the construction drags along a bit. I'll tell you one thing. Never ask a headless zombie to replace your arms if you want to build precision machinery.
I'll make a note of it. What's new? Doesn't all that wailing from that failed swimmer down there really get on your nerves?
Steady on. The young lady is suffering great distress. And she lets it out. Day in, day out. For hours on end.
So what's the story with her missing lover?
He jilted her, cold as ice, raked in her gold, and enjoys a sweet life somewhere down south.
She seems to think differently.
The good woman isn't really in touch with reality. She still believes everything will be resolved one day. She's waiting for him to appear or send her a letter. Anything at all.
I've got to get going. Breathe, feel my heartbeat, that sort of thing.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
This project's not looking all that hopeful, in my opinion. The pair of them seem to have some serious communication problems. This project's not looking... The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a hint of homeliness. But this one isn't going to burn... No idea what I should ask. A grave. There are a lot of them here. I don't know what's supposed to be so special about this one, though. red earth. Just about everything else here is black and gray. A few small white mushrooms. No idea if you can eat them. A head on a pole. What will the Peggy people have to say about that? A gruesome head. Kind of a cheap gimmick, because ultimately...
Ooh!
Ah!
What? What? Is there a spider on me?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. Those creepy crawlies drive me mad. Can you imagine what it feels like when they run up your neck and then start nibbling at your eyes from the inside?
Yes, well, of course.
Stupid paladin simply chops my head off.
Hey, stop that nattering. Leave the head alone.
Leave the head alone. Leave the head alone.
That you, Esther?
Mm-hmm.
I've just met your body. It's doing okay, apart from missing its head.
I miss her. I would love to write, but no hands.
Shh! Quiet over there!
Oh.
A map of the region. Among other things, the paladin has marked the crypt. A fashionable travel chest made from light wood. There's a logo on it. The Pink Crusaders. The paladin always spits in this place. The ground is already sodden. The paladin always spits in this... He's not looking right now. Why not? You can always use a pink-colored pom-pom. In the wildlands. In the war. There was nothing else of any interest in it. Not that... A banner. The emblem on it could be the paladin's arms. It shows a sword, a shield, and... red high heels? A paladin in a pink-colored outfit? That's wrong. Just wrong. Are you a warrior?
No, I can't fight.
Are you a healer?
I can't heal either.
Then you're a paladin.
Huh. What do you want?
Know any good paladin jokes?
Why should anyone make jokes about us? We are the holy soldiers of the light.
In dresses?
This is a tunic.
Sure. You know that men who wear dresses are, as a rule, well, men who wear dresses.
What's that supposed to mean? Just because I wear dresses, use cosmetics, and take a general interest in my appearance?
Ah, so it is a dress.
The modern man is metrosexual.
That's news to me.
Well, my order and I have lifted ourselves up out of the mud in which you and your sort still wallow like pigs. We're cosmopolitan, hip, fashionable. We take care of our appearance and don't downplay our feminine side.
Yeah, whatever. The wildlands. What's that zombie head doing there on that lance?
If I put it on the ground, it might try and bite me. It's also much easier to see like this.
I mean, why did you behead the poor zombie in the first place?
Huh, zombies! Are unkempt, stinky, unholy things. without any charm or chic whatsoever. They can't expect any sympathy.
About the zombie you've stuck in the magical penitence pillory.
What about that maggot? Is he going to give himself up to his fate? Is that cowardly zombie finally going to come out here?
He's really sorry for what he did. He'd like to apologize.
Ugh, laughable. I'll cut him into little pieces and feed him to the fishes.
Nice. But couldn't you maybe forgive him first?
You've spent too much time in that smoky buffalo's tent. I would never forgive someone like that.
About your fight with the zombie.
That's nothing to do with you. That's between the zombie and me.
Have to go. Man stuff to do.
Ha ha.
So,
A hideous feather headdress. No way, I'm not putting that thing on. But I can take a feather. The pot looks like it's been hanging over the glowing coals for years. I can't find anything else of interest. Only the lid's unusual. It's got a kind of steam valve on it. The lid is held with a chain. Pretty clever. The pot is empty. A mortar and pestle. Proper, man-sized. I think I'd better leave it here. The shaman might get upset if I took it with me. I can always come back if I want to grind anything again. A copper bowl. No idea what that's good for. Hey, Chief, can I take this thing here? Stare blankly if I can. Thanks. A pair of bellows. These would help the bull keep the fire going. The coals are just glowing, but the heat is tremendous. The coals are just glowing, but the heat is tremendous. Cow makeup. Unless I'm wrong, that is makeup, and I most strongly suspect that it belongs to Big Chief Clovenhoof. Just to make things clear, I'm not putting on any makeup. Black ink. I'll take that. A fat old bull that smokes a crazy-looking pipe, and who doesn't seem to hear me, or who doesn't get insulted too easy. Hi there. Hello? Anyone home? Moo!
I heard you.
Oh, that's great. My name's Nate, and you are?
I am known on this plane as Fastfoot, Thunderhoof, or the Rainmaker. I belong to the proud nation of the Minotaurs.
And you run some sort of fancy hippie costume business?
I am a shaman.
And that is?
I talk to the ghosts of our forefathers. I brew potions, heal the sick, and invoke the weather.
Wow, lots to do. You must really get stressed out.
that's why you get the de-stress and pipe.
True.
What's that stuff you're smoking?
Plants. To journey with the spirits and to commune with my forefathers.
You're supposed to eat grass, not smoke it. Okay. That moo thing just slipped out. I didn't mean to insult you. I just thought, hey, there's a bull sitting there. I'll say, moo. You get me? If you'd have looked like a donkey, I'd have gone, Eeyore. Or if it stank like a pigsty, then...
I forgive you.
But come to think of it, it reeks of buffalo, and I...
Thank you. I have forgiven you.
Super! I need to go outside. Something not quite right about the air in here.
Good luck on your journey. May the grass between your hooves be evergreen.
Excuse me, these bellows here, can I have them?
They are broken.
Can I have them anyway?
What do I get in exchange?
Nothing, they don't work.
You speak wisely.
At last, someone who recognizes that. They really are wrecked. There's a hole here in the airbag.
Patch our weather, right? Glue. There we go.
Cool. I'll smear a little glue onto the leather using the wooden chip.
Yep. There we go. And then I'll put the glue.
That ought to do it. I'll use a piece of leather to seal the hole. Perfect. The bellows are usable again.
Oh my god, there's different places to get to. Right. At the moment. Let's go.
I'd better let them keep on working. They've still got a lot to do. No idea what I should ask. The candles create the right atmosphere. Creepy, yet still with a hint. But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping. From the outside, there's nothing. A grave. There are a lot of them here. I don't... From the outside... This project's not looking all that hopeful, in my opinion. The pair of them seem to have some serious communication problems. Those are still urns with coats of arms. There's a small puddle of tears that... The stone carving of the knight is very detailed. The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile. No, if it's not absolutely necessary, I'd prefer to... Hello, Princess.
Yes?
About your fight with the zombie.
That's nothing to... And me.
Have to go.
Ha ha.
Hello.
Woohoo!
I just wanted to...
Hey, I said no talking to the prisoner.
Oh.
Hard straight yes. Yellow paint. Put the string. Pom pom. Red feather. And bells.
Hello. I just wanted to...
Hey, I said no talking to the prisoner.
Oh.
Okay.
The boards must have been out in the rain for a long time. They're rotten and covered in mold. Some kind of juice press, I'd say. You put the grapes or whatever in at the top, and the juice runs out the bottom. Hey, it still works even. Maybe it's just the green-skinned guys who weren't able to work it. If that garbage pile grows just a few more meters, the orcs might as well forget the gate. Any attacker will just be able to use it to climb over the wall. Trash from every corner of the world. How did that all get there? The flowers seem to be doing well in the garbage. They're in full bloom. The blooms are a luminous blue. Are they supposed to be luring someone or warning them? Great. Now I've got blue fingers. Still works, but what could I press? Wanted. Slay the Knoll Hogger and take his powerful Knoll Claw. Blah, blah, blah. All the routine stuff. I don't think so somehow, but we should give it a try.
What do you think you're doing there, worm?
I'm, storming your camp? Who are you?
I am the great Gorok, chief of the Blood Scythe Orcs.
Why do you guys always make trouble? You kidnap harmless gnomes and then attack the free world for no reason at all.
That wasn't an attack. It was an anticipated defense of the homeland in enemy territory. And anyway, what else are we supposed to do? We have the biggest army in the world. No one else invests as much gold in the military as we do. It would be madness to invest all that gold and then never wage war.
That's downright irresponsible.
We couldn't anticipate that the damn war would take forever.
And now you're stuck in it up to your ears, as is the Alliance.
That's all propaganda. There are thousands of war-hungry, well-equipped and motivated warriors here in the camp, waiting for deployment.
Oh, yeah. What have you done with Little Wilbur?
What's a little Wilbur?
He's a gnome, and my friend.
Oh, him. Since when did people start naming their gnomes? What's the world coming to? He walked into our trap earlier. Stupid little beggar.
Is he all right?
I damn well hope so. What would anyone want with a damaged gnome?
I want Wilbur back, right now!
We caught him, so he belongs to us now. Get yourself a new one.
But I'm responsible for him!
Your problem. He's the main prize in our warrior contest, so he stays here with us.
What is your warrior contest exactly?
It determines who is the most powerful warrior. Two opponents go head-to-head in a series of brutal tests. The winner is bestowed with great honor and receives a prize.
And Wilbur's nothing more than a prize to you?
No, the prize is a bottle of fire whiskey. The gnome's just a bonus.
I'm from the Environment Office. You do know that you can't just go chucking your rubbish all over the landscape here. Open the gates, please. I need to check your garbage cans.
Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? How can anyone blather such rubbish?
I don't know either. It's like I can ask different questions, but every time I select the most stupid one. So, can anyone take part in the warrior contest?
We orcs fear no one. We'll take on anyone in a warrior contest.
Well, that's fine. Then let me in. I want to take part.
I said it's a warrior contest. Someone like you taking part would be a complete waste of time.
Well, the way it looks to me, you're just scared of a real challenge.
What do you mean, challenge?
That I come in there and go up against one of you.
I don't understand.
That would be the challenge.
For who?
For my opponent.
You're talking nonsense, human.
Point taken. I'll go find a warrior in all this wasteland. Then can he take part in your contest?
If he's a real challenge, why not? But not any old piece of rubbish. It has to be a great warrior.
I know where this is going. I'll be back.
And I'll wait.
No good.
Hello, Princess.
Yes?
You're a paladin, right?
Yes?
Paladins know about hammers, swords, and armor, right?
Yes?
Well, you know anyone who's a bit handy with such things? A warrior, perhaps?
I'm very sorry I don't have anything to do with such barbarians.
Have to go. Man stuff to do.
Ha ha.
Yoo-hoo!
I hear you.
You'll definitely have some smart idea for how I can get into that orc camp out there. Physically, I mean, not, spiritually or whatever. Thanks for your help. I need to go outside. Something not quite right about the air in here.
Good luck on your journey. May the grass between your hooves be evergreen.
Smoking buffaloes are not to be disturbed.
Oh, and
I could write something on the page, but what and why? The coals are just glowing, but the heat is tremendous. The coals are... I think I'd better leave it here. The shaman might get upset if I took it with me. I can always come back if I want. Okay, I'll put the earth into the mortar. And with a bit of elbow grease, now we have a fine red powder made from the red earth.
red, blue, yellow.
Still ugly.
Right.
Smoking buffaloes are not to be disturbed. The paladin always spits in this place. The ground is already sodden. The paladin always spits in this place. There, please, a spittoon.
How charming.
Hello, princess.
Yes?
Why do you spit every time we talk about the zombie?
The mere mention of her makes my bile rise.
The mentioning of whom?
The zombie!
Just the zombie word, or others too?
No, just with zombie.
And if I say it?
What?
Zombie.
Then it's okay.
Which beings in this world do you hate the most?
Naked mole rats.
And then what?
Zombies.
Can you help me with my crossword puzzle? I'm looking for undead being in 6 letters.
Zombie!
What?
Zombie!
Bambi? But Bambi only has 5 letters and isn't...
Zombie! Are you stupid?
I bet you can't say this tongue twister. Zombie Zeke zapped, Zulu Zoo Zebra Zombie, Zigger Zagger Zilch, Zoomderm...
That doesn't make any sense.
Say zombie.
Zombie!
Thank you. That'll do. That's enough of zombies.
I think so too.
Have to go. Man stuff to do.
Ha ha.
There's a little spit lake that's formed on the floor. That'll do nicely.
No? Put the board in? No. Put the red in? No.
Smoking buffaloes are... Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
The orcs have made my friend a prize in one of their stupid warrior contests. You don't happen to know any warriors, do you?
I don't know anything about fighting. I used to be a juggler, a harlequin. Ask Gulliver, he's well-travelled.
The orcs have made my friend a prize in one of their stupid warrior contests. You don't happen to know any warriors.
I don't know anything.
Better get going. See ya.
Take care, and remember, we, the undead, are your friends.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
Apparently the orcs have made Wilbur a prize in a warrior contest. Do you happen to know any warriors?
A warrior who would compete against an orc in a warrior contest?
Correct.
And who lives nearby?
If possible. And, if it's also possible, he shouldn't charge for his services.
Aha.
So someone like that, you won't find him around here?
Most probably not.
If I don't find a warrior who can extract Wilbur out of there, then at least I've done my best. It will have been God's will.
You could compete in the contest yourself.
Do I look like a warrior? Should I go and get myself some weights and pump myself up in time for this afternoon?
Well, in my experience, there are two ways to become a dreaded warrior. The first way is the virtuous path of trial. You must gain experience in countless battles, work on your technique, and improve upon all of your skills. You must understand the essence of fighting better than anyone else. You must never give up. Every detail must be important to you. Then, after a long and agonizing period of humiliation and defeat, you'll become a reasonable warrior.
And the other way?
You need invincible kit. If your weapons and armor are better than everyone else's, it doesn't matter if you're a useless warrior. Your kit does the work for you.
That might be just the thing for me. I'll get myself some invincible kit, save the little guy, and become the hero of the hour. I think there may be a legendary warrior set somewhere near here.
What makes you think that?
Oh, just an idea.
It's true. There is a powerful and famous set close by. But how did you know?
Does it maybe consist of several components that are distributed around this area? And there's a whole series of rip-your-hair-out, tedious tasks to complete to get each part?
Indeed. They are the helmet, the shield, and the sword of power. But how?
Well then, what do I have to do for you to help me?
Well, you could help me with my body.
What's missing?
Well, I need a lung.
And?
A heart.
And the third thing?
Everything needs to be powered up. A bolt of lightning that will breathe life back into my body.
Uh-huh.
If you help me, I'll tell you where the Sword of Power is kept. And perhaps the others know where the helmet and shield are.
I'll put money on that.
Ah, you're not much fun, are you?
I've got to get going. Breathe. Feel my heart.
Ah.
Hey, Gulliver. Time to take a deep breath.
Simply fantastic. I'll be able to run marathons with this lung. Thanks. Now I just need a heart.
Yeah. I could write something on the page, but what? Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
So, where am I going to get a heart from around here?
You could give me yours.
Great idea.
I'm just trying to help.
I've got to get going. Breathe. Feel my heartbeat. That sort of thing.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
The candles create the right atmosphere, but this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax like that. The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a... But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax...
No.
A grave. There are a lot of them here. I don't know what's supposed to be so special. From the outside, there's nothing interesting to see. And I'm not going to open just any old grave on suspicion. Well, how you doing? While you were doing all this mourning, did maybe a warrior set come your way?
A what?
You know, sword, shield, helmet.
I have seen a shield.
Do you know where it is?
My Maximilian had a shield as well. A large, shiny one, decorated with feathers of a...
Hello? Let's stick with the subject. Where's the shield?
Why should I help you? You are uncouth and brutal. You are always poking fun at my suffering.
Please, no.
As long as I am suffering, no one else may be happy.
And your misery will only end when you receive a message from your intended?
That is so.
As much as I'd love to spend more time with you, I have to get going. There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, masterful. You can see every detail, from the black head on his nose to the seal on his ring. The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold. A strange-looking urn. It's shaped like the naked upper body of a muscular man. He's posing. Something's telling me that these are the remains of one of the ancestors of the Pink Crusader outside, but I'm not going to touch it unless I have to. A strange-looking urn. Something's telling me. Then we should send the jilted maiden a nice love letter. Right, let's do it. Dear most noble miss, it is I, your Maxi Poo. I'm sorry I disappeared so suddenly. The problem was... Neither your dubious looks nor your poor character. I wanted to give you a wedding fit for a queen. But then... fate kicked in a brutal fashion, on the quest for a silver flower pearl for your wedding ring. I found myself in the southern ocean off the coast of Switzerland when a storm arose. My vessel foundered, and I awoke 3 days later. Deep under the ocean, as a living, watery corpse. I've overcome many dangers and experienced some great adventures, driven by my insatiable longing for you. But I cannot come to you because a malign curse binds me to these waters. I'm writing this letter in all urgency. Make haste to me, my love, wherever you may be. I'm waiting for you in the south, deep in the south. Exactly here. What a masterpiece. Ah, there's something missing. Don't hesitate to help others before your departure. Kissy, kissy, your Maximilian. Perfect. You're not going to believe this. Look what I found outside.
What is that?
It's what you've been waiting for all this time. A letter from Maximilian.
That can't be true. The letter is not sealed. Maximilian's letters were always...
Ah, damn. The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold. How subtle. The family seal shows a fox. The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a hint of homeliness. But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax like that. Good. Now the letter's got a decent blob of wax on it. Let's see just how good the stonemason's work was. Looks pretty good. I can hardly believe it. messenger pigeon has just delivered another letter.
Really?
Oh, yes. There's even a seal. Maybe you recognize it.
That's his! That's his seal! The illegible handwriting, all the spelling mistakes. This letter really is from him!
What's he say then?
There was a storm and he wanted to come back to me, but he can't!
Ah, you see, that explains everything.
I have to go to him! Oh, deep joy!
What about the shield?
Oh, yes! The fat ogres carried it away! They live in a cave nearby!
Thanks, and good luck with the search. But always remember, the journey is the destination.
Okay. Right. So.
Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
Do you know anything about a warrior set that's supposed to be hidden near here?
Yes, I do. It belonged to a traveling knight who died near here about a year ago. And I also know who has his helmet.
Who?
And I should tell you, of all people. You deceived your friends. Maybe you want to take off with the helmet.
I want to free Wilbur.
Huh, you've probably never done anything selfless in your life.
But now I'm going to do something.
Prove to me that you can be selfless. Make the paladin forgive me, so that this pillory disappears.
But that wouldn't be very selfless of me. I'd only be helping you so that you'd help me.
I'd be prepared to ignore that. After all, this is about character building.
I've had a word with the paladin, and it looks like he's never going to forgive you.
I didn't expect it to be easy.
Honestly, me neither. What should I do?
Come up with something. I have to hear him say, "I forgive you." Only then will the pillory open.
Better get going. See ya.
Take care, and remember, we, the undead, are your friends. Rancid smelling, dead friends.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
So, where am I going to get a heart from around...
You could give me yours.
Great idea.
I'm just...
I've got to get going.
Don't let me stop you.
The thing's already got its lung, but I don't have a clue where I'm going to get a heart from. Hello.
Woohoo!
I just wanted to...
Hey, I said no talking to the prisoner.
Oh.
Hello, princess.
Yes?
So I can't have the zombie's head then?
Of course not. It's a hard-won trophy. I bashed at the beast for more than a quarter of an hour before I finally defeated it.
I didn't defend myself at all.
Silence! I caused you damage. Lots of damage.
Have to go. Man stuff to do.
Ha ha.
Hello, chieftain.
Greetings, human.
There's no way I'm going to find a half-decent warrior around here. But I guess I could become one and win this stupid contest.
The contest is this afternoon. How do you expect to learn the high art of combat before then?
I'll get myself some invincible kit.
Ah, the path of the talentless. A wise decision, I'd say. But you do realise I won't let you stroll in here with as much kit as you like, don't you?
Don't worry, my stuff's going to be imba.
Oh, we'll see.
I'll be back.
And I'll wait.
That must be the
A fair drop. Good. I'll lay the boards over the opening of the crevice. The rotten boards won't support much weight. One step on them and they'll give way.
Excuse me, young sir? May I ask what it is you're hoping to find in our cave?
Oh, sorry. I was looking for a public toilet and it smelled a bit like one here.
How unpleasant. Talk to Blunt about that. He's responsible for personal hygiene this week.
Hungry! Food! No!
And unfortunately, that's all you think about. Sir, I must ask you to leave our modest dwelling.
Okay, I'll look for somewhere outside.
I'm very much obliged. Many bushes and trees out there would consider themselves most happy to offer their shelter for the call that nature is making.
Strange plate. That's no plate. That's a shield. Probably the shield I'm looking for. The shield's covered in all kinds of unappetizing ogre food. The ogres don't seem to know that they've been abusing such a valuable object. I've somehow got to divert the ogres and get rid of the food. Some stone flagons. Whoa, quadruple X. That's really strong. There was some high percentage stuff in there, but the flagons are all empty.
Apologies once again, young sir. I cannot countenance your...
Oh! The two-headed ogre is fat, like an ogre. And he's got 2 heads.
Apologies once again, young...
Oh!
Apologies once again...
Oh!
Apologies once...
Oh!
Apologies once again, young sir.
Oh! I thought...
Apologies once again, young sir.
Hi there, you 2.
There's little human. Blout hungry.
Are you a human eater?
Hungry.
Why, no. You will have to forgive Blout. He's very emotional when he hasn't had anything to eat for half an hour.
Who are you?
Bloat.
Blout, really? My name is Zloth, from the Lightning Fist tribe. That's my good-for-nothing half-brother, Blout.
Your half-brothers? Isn't that a little impossible?
Not at all. The biology of two-headed ogres is very complex. As you may know, it can...
Boring!
Really, that's just...
It's okay. I don't really need to know all the details. You're a battle mage then, are you?
No, hitman. I hit people to death.
I think he meant me, Blount. It's true, I am a battle mage. My modesty prevents me from pointing out that I am one of the best. Of course, I'd be even better if I could study more. But, oh well.
That's a very interesting plate there.
Dreadful, isn't it? All that fatty food. But Blount loves that rubbish.
Blount, hungry.
I've told you 1,000 times. You only get to eat once I've finished reading this book.
Hungry, no.
If I let you eat now, then you'll put your greasy fingerprints all over the pages again. I get to choose what we do this afternoon. Blount was allowed to decide this morning. First he wanted to lie in, but then suddenly he didn't have enough time to eat. Tough luck.
I am hungry.
But I am not.
Could I, borrow the plate?
My plate, my plate.
I'm sorry, that's Blount's favourite plate. Because it's so big, he won't give you that.
I need to get going. See you two later.
Goodbye. Apologies once again, young sir. I cannot countenance your rummaging around in our private things. Please, take your leave of our cave.
Oh, I thought I was in another cave.
Apologies once again, young sir. I cannot countenance your rummaging around in our private things.
Oh, Hello, Blount.
You, little human.
That's right. You and your half-brother. Don't you guys get along too well?
Sloth is stupid.
Uh-huh.
Always reading. Never fun. Never break things.
He's more the intellectual type.
Sloth, not real man. Sloth never had girlfriend.
I heard that.
You must be very hungry, Blount. That's a very, very big plate you've got there.
Blount, big, hungry.
Why don't you ask Zloff nicely once more if you can eat what's on his plate?
Sloth not let me. And Sloth make chain lightning.
You mean he can defend himself? As long as he's reading that book, you can't use your hands?
Uh-huh.
Well, you are one smart guy, Blount.
Blount?
Can't you get Zloff to stop reading?
Sloth always reading till book finished.
And there's nothing that stops him reading?
Sloth like drink cocktails. Ogre cocktails.
Okay. And then what?
He drunk very quick.
You mean he can't hold his liquor, and he gets too drunk to keep reading? Interesting. Do you get drunk fast too, Blout, like Sloth does?
No. Blout drink much more than Sloth. Blout real mean ogre.
But you share the same body.
Yeah? So?
Oh, nothing. I could make you an ogre cocktail. How would you like that?
Blout like beer.
Yeah, I know, but the cocktail's mainly for Sloth.
Why?
So he gets drunk.
And then?
Then you can chow down on that snack there.
Ooh, okay.
Right. What makes a good ogre cocktail?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, okay. And what else?
An umbrella.
An ogre cocktail is made of nothing but alcohol?
And umbrella.
And what kind of alcohol? Wine? Vodka?
Whatever. Must blow your head off.
So, high-octane alcohol in a glass with an umbrella. Classy.
Little human can look in cave.
Do you have the ingredients?
Uh-huh.
I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry!
Greetings, Loff.
Ah, welcome.
What are you reading there exactly?
Oh, it's a really fascinating book about the newest developments in chain lightning research. You know, a mage always has to keep up to date. Unfortunately, I don't have many opportunities to read in peace. Blout doesn't think much of education.
So that means when you do get time...
Then I use it, and read the whole book at once, if I can.
I get it. You two seem very different.
One doesn't have much choice. And it's far from uncommon for two-headed ogres to have very different interests.
Clubbed to death!
I bet you guys argue a lot.
We have our rules. Blout specifies what we do in the morning, and I have the afternoons.
I need to get going. See you next time.
It was an absolute pleasure to have a conversation that wasn't about digestion and killing. Young sir, those are our private belongings. All of the appliances are registered. Please leave our cave.
Blout gave me permission.
Little human make cocktail for Sloth.
Really? What a delightful surprise. I thank you most cordially.
No problem, Fatso.
He meant you.
I would have expected a larger cocktail glass. This one's more human-sized. Is that going to be enough to get Sloth drunk? That seems to be some kind of storage cupboard. A small, colorful cocktail umbrella. Who'd have thought that there'd be a market for these here in the wildlands? A piece of hose, over a meter long and anything but clean. I don't even want to think about what the ogres might use it for.
Why is it one that I can't see?
A tied-up linen sack. The contents probably need to be protected from birds and rats. The sack is full to the brim with apples. They're all damp and rotten. They smell like they're fermenting.
Right, so I need to go and make alcohol. This one,
The boards are so
use this and go to the can't do that. How we get to that? That's weird.
So let's do it. Tasty. Fermented apple juice. But I'd better not drink it. The alcohol isn't strong enough. The bottles in the cave had 4x. If I tipped the juice into the hot pot, then everything would turn to steam and that would be the end of my juice. If I tipped the juice into the hot pot, then everything would turn to steam and that would be the end of my juice. The coals are just glowing, but the heat is tremendous. Sits nice and firm. Whatever's in the pot will... A fat old bull that smokes and who doesn't seem to hear me, or... Well, okay. Something's happening. And... done. The bowl has filled up with an almost clear liquid. The alcohol's not strong enough yet for an ogre cocktail, but I can distill it again. And again. That looks a lot better already. That ought to do. Now just missing the sophisticated decoration. High-proof alcohol and a cocktail umbrella. Voila! One ogre cocktail. Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
So, where am I going to get a heart from around here?
You could give me your...
Great idea.
I'm just trying to...
I've got to get going. Breathe. Feel my heartbeat.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
I've got a cocktail for you, Zloff.
Oh, thank you. Very nice. Wait a minute. You're trying to trick me, aren't you? You want to get me drunk so I can't read anymore.
Us? Never.
But you won't get me like that. I'll just take tiny sips. Then I won't get drunk and can continue reading. Ah! I'm blind!
Did you finish reading?
No, I...
Impressive. Gross, but impressive.
Brout's still hungry.
What?
Hungry! Brout must hunt.
Hello, Blout.
You, little human.
That's right. And how do you get on with hunting? Have you ever caught anything?
Not yet, but soon.
What do you hunt then?
Everything.
Uh-huh. Do you think you can lend me your plate? You don't really need it right now. Why not?
Eat again soon. Blout, great hunter.
At the very most, you're a fat hunter. You couldn't tell the difference between a partridge and a wild boar.
And how do you get on with hunting? Have you ever caught anything? What do you hunt then?
Everything.
Uh-huh. I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I have to eat. Is this supposed to be... Try
Hello, Blout.
You.
That's right. And how do you get on with hunting? Have you ever caught anything?
Not yet.
What do you hunt then?
Every.
Uh-huh. I have to leave. My stomach's grumbling.
Hungry!
No. No. Hello.
Woohoo!
I just wanted to...
Hey, I said no talk.
Oh.
No. No. Yoo-hoo!
I hear you.
There's this paladin and a tormented soul who he won't forgive. Isn't there any way to force the paladin to forgive him?
Forgiveness should come from the heart and not be forced.
If we don't step in, he's going to injure somebody or kill them. He's already taken one head off. Next time somebody could get seriously hurt.
That is unfortunate, but perhaps he is in the right. I cannot and will not decide this.
The paladin is stupid and mean too. And he likes eating ground beef.
It is not up to me to punish bad people.
But if the paladin won't listen even once, my friend really regrets what he did. He wants to ask for forgiveness, but he can't get a hearing.
This is not good. Everyone deserves a chance at inner peace. And the paladin will not be spoken to?
No chance.
Then we will have to make him listen.
How? With a voodoo doll or something?
Voodoo? That is lazy magic. No, I will brew a sleepwalking potion. If you drink from it first, and then the paladin drinks, you can take over his body for a short time. You can make him walk to your friend, and then he can hear his apology.
Sounds like voodoo.
It is not voodoo. For the potion, I need some strands of the paladin's hair, a sample of his bodily fluid, something from his forefathers, and a piece of his clothing. But I don't need a doll, and I don't need pins.
Okay then. If I get the things together, will you brew me the potion?
It shall be so.
Where'd they get the hair from?
Spit is the one and only bodily fluid I was able to get from the paladin, and the only one I would have accepted.
Spit will do.
Does a pom-pom count as a piece of clothing?
A what?
One of these things.
You humans wear this kind of thing?
Some. A few. Almost no one.
If the paladin has worn it, it will do. But I do not want this thing. Just give me a couple of threads. Keep the rest.
What do I need again for the sleepwalking potion?
Bodily fluid from the paladin. Something from one of his forefathers. Some strands of his hair, and a piece of his clothing.
All right. I need to go outside.
Good luck.
Well, it has to be. I'll only take a little bit of the ash with me. I'll leave the urn here out of respect for the dead. Grandpa must have been a smoker. There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. Hello, Princess.
Yes?
I think that all this hanging around outside isn't doing your hair any favors.
What? What? Am I getting split ends? Please don't say I'm getting split ends.
Looking a bit matted and dusty.
Oh. Yes, it's all right now.
Whoa, what kind of comb was that you have there? Can I have a look?
Yes? Why?
Uh-oh.
What?
Do you have any idea what a comb like this can do to your hair?
Split ends? Not split ends, please!
Worse. You see here? All those hairs? This comb's ripping your hair out.
Oh no! I always thought that was normal.
Normal? How can that be normal? Just look how many hairs there are, and how few you've got left on your head. In some places, you can see the scalp shining through.
Ah!
If I were you, I wouldn't ever use this comb again.
Take it away! Take it away! Don't let it near me!
Okay, good. I'll put it away.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Have to go. Man stuff to...
Ha ha.
Yoo-hoo!
I hear you.
I've got a comb here with some of the paladin's hair on it. Is that enough?
It smells strange, but that is good enough.
Here's some ashes from one of the paladin's ancestors. Will they work?
If they are really from one of the paladin's forefathers, then it will work.
With that, you should have all the ingredients for the potion, right?
It is so. Step back. The sleepwalking potion.
Thanks a million.
First, you have to drink a sip. Then the paladin has to drink the rest.
Paladin spit, an old pom-pom, greasy hair, and Granddaddy's remains. That just has to taste good. Salty, with a hint of mint?
That is my secret ingredient.
Better than expected. Thanks. Catch you later.
May the wind blow your way.
I've got the most delicious drink in the world here. You thirsty by any chance?
What kind of drink is it?
A newly developed mana potion.
Yes? What's so new about it?
It's a diet mana potion with 0 calories.
Really? That's interesting. There's nothing quite like mana potions for piling on the pounds. Much too sweet, and you're always forced into taking a big one when you actually only need a small one.
Yeah, right, brother. I've been forced into taking a big one when I just needed a small one, too. This new mana potion was developed for precisely that reason.
What's it called?
You won't believe it. Mana Potion Light. TM.
Well, you can tell from the name that it doesn't contain many calories. All right then, give it here.
Don't you want to drink it?
Why? I haven't done a spell in days. My mana's full.
I was thinking to myself, while I've given you the new mana potion, you might just hand me a couple of strength and protection spells.
Buffs? Ugh, no, I hate this continuous buffing up.
Aw, come on. You can give your new mana potion a try as well. It doesn't matter. It's got 0 calories.
Oh, all right then. Which buffs do you want?
SDR, SDK, SDW.
I can't do that kind of thing. Oh, what the heck. I'll just give you the lot. Oh, dreadful.
Thanks for the buffs.
No problem. I can already feel how...
Wow. Weird. That's... But hey, no time to lose. I don't know how long the effect of the potion's going to last, and I've still got an apology to accept. Time for the big show.
It's him! He's come to take my undead life!
No, I'm here to listen to what you have to say.
Oh. I want to apologize. I'm very sorry for what I did to your sister and you.
That's, very nice. All right then.
What?
Forgive...
You must say it!
What? What have you done to me, devil?
I? Nothing.
You've bewitched me!
Me? Well, yes, you're right. I bewitched you. And I'll do it again if you don't free me from this pillory.
You can't do anything to me. I'm safe in here.
But I will find you. And next time I'll make you jump off a cliff.
Oh?
I'll make you walk into a bar and sing offensive songs with fat men. I'll sit you on a couch in your underwear and make you eat limp, greasy chips.
Ah! All right. You win. I forgive you.
And stop hunting the undead. Don't ever cut off one of our heads like that again. Leave us alone.
What happened? Time to take you to meet your body.
Yahoo! Could you just pull this caterpillar out of my nose first?
No.
It was you, right? You're behind the Paladin's apology.
You could say that.
I don't know how you did it, but you've really earned your reward. Gimme 5.
Later perhaps.
The helmet from the warrior set is in a mine not far from here. It's inhabited by earth pixies, strange little creatures. They took the helmet down into their mine, and it'll still be there now.
Thanks very much. It was a real pleasure.
Not a bad feeling helping someone else and being pleased for them, is it?
You might say so. Look what I've got here.
Bodies.
Oh!
Yes, yes. A bit more.
What belongs together is coming together.
This is splendid. But what sort of skull was it?
He's been attending to your body while you were away.
That was very nice. Nice of...
Oh, hello. I'm Gulliver.
Esther.
Ooh.
Nate, I need my body. Urgently.
I don't want to hear.
Please get my body working. Then, I tell you what, I won't only tell you where the sword is kept, I'll also give you some armor.
How considerate.
You've given me something much better.
The thing's already got its lung, but I don't have a clue where I'm going to get a heart. Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
There's just nothing which might pass for a heart in all this desolation.
Then you'll have to keep looking. My body definitely needs a heart. Oh, darling.
Hello? Getting back to the basics of scientific fact, that wrinkly thing there is dead.
Don't talk about my sweetheart's heart like that. It will beat again when we power up my body. Well done. Come on, let's erect the antenna.
Just too bizarre. Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
So in your opinion, what happens now?
Lightning will strike the antenna, and the electrical pulse will bring my body to life.
My little honey bun is a genius.
How could I have doubted it? Only it doesn't look stormy.
We can wait.
But Wilbur can't. Can't you just tell me where the sword is, please?
I'm sorry. The bolt of lightning was clearly a part of our deal. Once it strikes, I'll help you.
Yeah, okay. Couldn't be simpler. And you and Esther?
We're in love.
Great!
We want to start a family.
That's wonderful!
We're going to call our first child Nate.
Excuse me? I've got to get going. Breathe. Feel my heartbeat.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
Hello? Can anybody help me? I think I've gone the wrong way. And there at the front in the passage. Yeah, I've drunk a lot of that sleepwalking potion.
Welcome to my kingdom, stranger.
Whoa! A helmet that can talk?
Of course, I'm magical.
My name's Nate. I'm searching for a powerful warrior set. I'm guessing you're a part of it?
Oh, don't remind me. I'm happy to be out of it. The constant riding about, senseless battles, camping in the open, and of course those other two idiots.
What is all this here, and why do you call the mine my domain?
You could call it good fortune, I suppose. These completely deranged earth pixies found me. They're really into glittery things and wanted to offer me to their god.
That ugly thing?
Careful. He's vengeful and all-powerful. At least that's what I tell these simpletons. I'm the new mouthpiece of their god, you see. I'm their prophet. Because only I can hear what the deity says. What did you say? The earth pixies should prepare another warm oil bath for me this evening? Of course, if that is your will, your worshipfulness.
So you have a nice life here at the Earth Pixie's expense? That's awful.
Jealous that I got here first.
Mm-hmm. But aren't you afraid they'll rumble you?
Earth pixies are very simple-natured. They'd never find out. And none of them would dare question the authority of the prophet.
You mean the deity himself would have to fire you?
Which I would consider pretty unlikely.
What's this here? Did the Earth Pixies build all this?
Indeed. They may be thick, but they're also diligent and numerous. The mine shafts stretch for miles into the earth. The earth pixies dig for gemstones. They like anything shiny.
How many of them are there?
Thousands. One thicker and uglier than the next.
So, much to my regret, I need you and the other parts of the set to be able to free the gnome.
That's a good one.
I'm serious.
Do you think I've got a screw loose? I'm a god here. At least almost. I'm waited on hand and foot and lead the life of a crown. You don't really think I'm going to give all this up?
I have to insist. Won't take long. A few hours and I'll bring you back.
Hands off! God! This human has committed an act of sacrilege. He wanted to molest the deity. His worshipfulness is very angry. He's no longer welcome here. Don't let him come back. Spread the news.
But, hang on. Hey, ow! Are you listening? Ow, ow! Not nice. Get off! Get off! Hey, you! Hey, ooh! Keep your frickin' little hands off my ghoulies! Their little hands were all over me. Why should I paint the mushrooms?
Does that mean I'm stuck here now? What the fucking hell? What am I meant to take?
The trough is full to the brim with mountain water. This is probably where the earth pixies fill up with water supplies to take into the mine. The trough is full to the brim with mountain water. A nice accent in an otherwise extremely rustically themed interior. The shaft leads deep down into the mountain. There's a little glimmer of light down there. Maybe even more earth pixies. Ah!
Okay.
You goddamn mother sons of bitches!
You've nicked all my stuff. Where's the pick up? Fucking teddy bear. There's Pixie Teddy. Buff SUV. It's a shame. Where's my buffs, man? They fucking nicked me.
A wooden chest with... Ah! You goddamn mother sons of bitches!
Couldn't be annoying, man. Come on.
It's some kind of water skin or camel bag. They're usually made from particular parts of animals, but I won't go into details. Dinah.
Dynamite. Okay.
A small fire. The pixies warm themselves up by it every now and again. Ah! You goddamn mother sons of bitches!